Here we're at the Iowa Speedway, the second to last race before the chase starts for the running of the Nike 300 nighttime racing here at this 3/4 mile track in Iowa. Before we get going, let's take a look at our 42-car field. On the play of the 28, Robert Hernandez. To his outside is the 60 of Jim Gambit. In third, you have Levi Schoens, third in points. Fourth, Brayson Collins with 2 victories this season in the top 30 in points, but barely. He's 30th in points right now, trying to keep that. And running out the top 5, we got Riley Spurley. Then 6th, you have Isaac Nichols. 7th is Trey Rainey. 8th is Jose Androvich. 9th is Colton Young. Running out the top 10, you got Joe Jefferson. The rest of the field will go Alex Stewart and then Evan Hunter. The next row consists of 2 teammates. Jeff Bright looking for his 4th win of the season. It would be his 2nd in a row. He won last race at Richmond. 2's outside Jake Richardson looking for his 1st of the season. Then behind TJ Henley has a victory. However, he needs another one or get higher in points to get into the chase right now. He's the first man out. Alexander Rowe to his outside. Then you got Steve Larker and then Mason Hayward, Jason Larker, and Jeff Samito. Then Tyler Lyman and Luke Rainey. Rainey up there in the top 10 in points. Without a victory, he needs to either get to the point lead or get a victory here tonight. Then you got Jay Jefferson, Jake West, along with Justin Heath and Julius Anderson, Carter Friesen, and then Derek Hamill, same boat as Luke Rainey. They got Max Anderson, Jake Gambit, Cole Luigi, and Eli Bright, Jason Samio Jr. and Tim Gary. Marcus Sachi has 2 wins. He's 31st in points, though he has to be top 30. Just 1 position out. That position would be stolen from Bryson Collins if he does get into that top 30. Tim Randolph, 2's out inside. And they got Jay Tanley and John Gambit. Patrick Smith, your points leader with no victories this season. So if he loses that points lead, he loses a chase spot. So big here for him tonight, starting at the back of the field. They got Kyle Hunter, 2's outside. Then Jonathan Beefrey and Michael Canto on the final row here to start the Nike 300. You now go down trackside to hear the command.
For today's command, Bobby Allison. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Give your seatbelts a little tug there for me there, buddy. Get a little drink of Gatorade. Be safe. Have some fun, all right?
42 cars fire up and roll off here at the Iowa Speedway. 3/4 mile oval in Iowa. 45 laps. So depends if there's a caution or not. It's been wild and pest with lots of cautions. Sometimes it's gone green flag all the way. Pace cars in. Hernandez on the pole for tonight's race. He will step on the gas to take the green flag. We're racing here at Iowa. Down the back they come already 3 wide for 3rd as Jim Gambit did not get a good start there into turn 1. He's led up 3 wide off of 4. They come. Schoens and Robert Hernandez banging. Schoens leads lap 1. That's 5 points for him to get towards the points lead. Riley Sprague to bold move 3 wide to the bottom lane. That's Brayson Collins in the middle. Remember, Collins can't have a bad run here tonight. He needs to stay top 30 points. He's right now in the 3rd position, but will get caught on the outside. Trey Rainey puts Jim Gambit up into Robert Hernandez. Some contact being made there. They're able to save it so far, and they keep it from wrecking for now. Riley Spurley now takes the race lead as they hit turn 1 on lap number 3. Brayson Collins got back down to the bottom of the 3rd position, looking for 2nd now underneath Levi Schoens. Behind them still 3 wide. Robert Hernandez falling back. He finally gets back into a double foul situation. And that could have been big right there with I believe it was Trey Rainey that bumped Jim Gambit up into Robert Hernandez. That could have been a big crash in 3 and 4. Luckily, all 3 of those guys hung on to their cars without crashing. Trey Rainey is now up to the 4th position, and Jim Gambit, Robert Hernandez, the bigger losers. Hernandez got back down to the bottom. This is a battle for 8th between Gambit and Hernandez. Behind them, Jeff Bright just inside the top 10. Remember, we said looking for a 2nd win of the season, or looking for a 2nd win in the row would be his 4th of the season. Brayson Collins has taken the race lead. These 5 points will be huge for him, as he is just inside the top 30 in points, as we mentioned. Colton Yo looking to the inside 3 wide. Trey Rainey's going to take that. Look at Levi Schoens through the middle lane. A big move for that 38 car to get all the way to the 4th position into turn 3. Maybe even more as he's looking to the bottom 3 wide of Colton Yo. He's going to get by Brayson Collins definitely here, but he has a run underneath Colton Yo. That could be a run for 2nd right there for Schoens. Great run through the middle there. Up the track, 3 wide now for the race lead. Colton Yo put to the middle of that. Trey Rainey all the way up top. Schoens the one to the bottom lane. Great move there by Levi Schoens. Can he make it stick? In 3 and 4 he does. But do these guys up here wreck? Colton Yo and Trey Rainey put into the wall. Big hits there for Yo and Rainey. They're able to hold on to it as Schoens and Alex Stewart pull away, the front 2 away. And then 3rd on back, battling hard as Alex Stewart takes race lead from Levi Schoens. These guys back here stacked up a little bit. How's the damage to the 39 and the 20? It looks all right for now. Trey Rainey just a little bit more damage, it looks like, than the 39 car. They're already starting to catch those front two, so no worries there. They're 3 wide now. Jeff Bright moves all the way to the bottom lane. So Alex Stewart's taking over the race lead from Levi Shones. Shones in that breast cancer awareness, pink number 38. Looking to the inside, down the back straightaway. They're 3 wide behind Jeff Bright, looking for a second win in a row, as we mentioned. And Richmond, Iowa, very, very similar tracks. In fact, he won just last night in the Truck Series race. So he knows how to get around here at Iowa, especially at Richmond, and with these two tracks being so alike. That's why he's probably doing so well. As Levi Shones back to the race lead, Brayson Collins looking for that second position as they come down the back. Colton Yo back to the bottom lane, so obviously that damage not affecting him, if any, as he's moving forward. Trey Rainey's still stuck on the outside lane. He hasn't really lost much ground on the outside, though, so good for him to try and just stay there. Right now he is in, I believe, the 8th position. And you got 9th now, Jim Gambit. 10th is Joe Jefferson. TJ Hanley just outside the top 10. And 11th, basically how his chase is. He's just outside the chase spot. Right now he would be 13th in the chase. But once again, if the 09 loses that points lead, the 20 or the 12 doesn't get inside the top 30, that could all change. And say the 01 falls outside the top 30, which obviously he's not going to do unless there's a crash because he's up here running the top 3. But say the 01 falls out, the 12 stays. Oh! Colton Yo into the wall with Jeff Bright now. Problems there for those two. Bright with a ton of damage to that 5 car. Yeah, that's a bigger hit right there. That was not a little bit of a hit there. That was a big hit. Let's look at this and see what happened to Jeff Bright and Colton Yo. You can see they're going through the corner. Oh, Yo kind of slid up and Jeff Bright came down. Just a piece of same real estate right there. And both of them hit the wall pretty hard. That's some heavy damage to the 5 cars. He's falling back. Just outside the top 10 now in the 14th position. So look at the damage, though, to that right side of that car. It's possibly going to make that car a lot tighter. Same with Yo there in the 39s. He's moving backwards. So we look back up to the front. Alex Stewart still leading. But as we were mentioning, if Collins falls out, Marcus Sachi stays out of the top 30, and then Patrick Smith loses his points lead, that could be doors wide open for 2 more guys to get into the chase with victories. Right now, your points leader, Patrick Smith, is in the 41st position, not making up any ground at the back whatsoever. So this could be big for some of these drivers just outside the chase, especially TJ Hanley and JT Hanley. They are, I believe, the first 2 out. As the front 3 pull away the battle for 4th on back, Robert Hernandez, TJ Hanley, Riley Sprague to make his way back to the front with a 3-wide move down the back. If I'm Hanley, I'm just going to let off right here. I'm in a good position right now. I can stay in the top 10 if I get back down to the bottom lane, which I believe he's going to be able to do. Just let off here. Don't go 3 wide. Don't push the issue just 15 laps into this race. Brayson Collins now looking for the race lead, and Levi Shones down the back. Right now it's a 3-horse race, Shones, Collins, and Alex Stewart. But if these guys keep battling like they are, Joe Jefferson and Riley Sprague making contact off of 4. Oh, both them into the wall again. Once again, 2 more cars get into the wall, and it slows up 4th and 5th once again, which means those front 3 pull away just a little bit. Trey Rainey's got back down to the bottom. He's still charging. Jeff Bright's still stuck on the outside. Colton Yo's kind of found his way into the line, as Alex Stewart will take the race lead from Brayson Collins. Levi Shones looking to get to the inside as well. So these 3 still battling hard, and they're right now the only 3 to be leading this race. But if 4th and 5th, like Jason Larkin, TJ Hanley, although Hanley does go up the track 3 wide. Joe Sandrovich, Trey Rainey. Wow, big moves there for those 2. Sliding up, Hanley's going to back out. Smart move there because Trey Rainey almost hit the wall right there, and he was just in the middle lane. So imagine if they were 3 wide. Evan Hunter looking to make it a JGR sandwich with the 24 in the middle. Some contact there between Hunter and Sandrovich. They're hanging on to it. This is the battle for 5th position. Remember, the front 3 pulled away. Brayson Collins has that race lead. Jason Larker is right now in the 4th position. Hunter, Sandrovich, all the way up to the wall. They made some more contacts. Obviously, those 2 not too happy with each other. Joe Jefferson now looking for that 5th position. The battle for 5th is outstanding, along with these front 3. Jason Larker kind of just in the middle of these fights. And everyone back here beside Shones, Alex Stewart, Brayson Collins, you know what they aren't hoping for? A caution. You know what 4th on back are for? A caution. Because with these guys battling, they're not going to be able to gain ground on those front 3. Larker without battling, he's actually gaining just a little bit of ground every lap. As you can see right there, the 3 wide for the race lead now. These 3 are 3 wide. They're the only 3 that have a shot at the victory right now, and they're 3 wide. And they're going to settle that, though, down the backstretch. Last time by Jason Larker was 1 second back, so let's see what it is this time, especially with these guys going 3 wide. Shones comes out of it with the race lead, so you got the benefit of that. Brayson Collins 2 seconds. We got 25 laps to go. Now the gap back to the 2 has actually opened just a little bit to 1.1. So interesting there. As now if Alexander Rowe and Colton Young can try and break away, but these guys run high, it's just hurting them. And Colton Young see the damage to that 39. Remember when he got into the wall with Jeff Bright, Yo has actually recovered nicely into the top 10. Jeff Bright's continuing to lose spots. He's back to the 30th position outside the top 30. So not what he needs either. He has 3 wins. However, he's not guaranteed a spot in the chase because he can still fall outside the top 30. So he has to have good runs whenever he can, and this is not good for him. So we look back up to the race lead. Now for the race lead, Brayson Collins underneath Levi Shones. So 3-man race up at the front. Jason Larker just in the middle of these packs in 4th. And then these guys I'm back hoping for a yellow of some sorts to get everyone caught back up. Evan Hunter looking to the inside. Joe Jefferson, I believe that's for the 9th position. No, that was for the 10th position, so it's just outside the top 10. And now these guys getting a little bit orderly up at the front. You can see 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Nice and orderly. Evan Hunter trying to also keep it that way in 9th. And then battle for the top 10. Colton Hill, Max Anderson. Anderson will get that in the number 50 car. Joe Jefferson's got back down to the bottom. Carter Friesen, Jake Richardson just outside the top 10. If these guys stay single filed like they are, they might be able to catch these front few. As now for the race lead, Levi Shones is back to it. They're single file behind these front 3. Jason Larker in the 4th position, just a little bit. They're going to go 3 wide once again. Collins dives it to the bottom lane. Now they're battling once again behind, so not what these guys need. Either they have to be single filed out or they have to be in a big pack and hope for a caution because they're going to be going 3 and 4 wide. So it's really a lose-lose for these guys at this point. 20 laps to go this time. Up front, these 3 continuing to dominate. Brayson Collins back to the race lead, and it's a big shuffle among these front 3. Big pal there for 5th. Jim Gamet has it. Riley Spurlitube wants it. Almost some contact being made there as well. And with the amount of times we've seen cars on the wall, I'm shocked that we haven't had either a blown tire or even a caution from them hitting the wall and spinning out. So very, very great car control there by these drivers. But I believe some of these guys back here actually would have wanted them to cause a caution, because they have no shot winning unless there is a yellow, because these front 3 are gone. Jason Larker just up there in 4th is like, hey, I'm losing ground, but I'm also gaining ground on these guys, so it's kind of hard for Larker to even make up ground. You can see right here, single file all the way back here. All these cars single file. Marcus Sachi making his way up. He's trying to get into the top 25 before this race is over, trying to get himself to the top 30 points. Just has not had a great end to this regular season. Same with Luke Rainey. He was on charge there, just not able to do anything there. Patrick Smith only up to 37th. He will probably almost definitely lose that points lead. Jeff Bright, remember we said 1 at Richmond, has all that damage. He's back to 41st. Kyle Hunter in 42nd, possibly some damage to that 18 car, although it don't look like he's off pace, so possibly just got a little high in one of the corners and had to let off. Now these front 3 single file. Battle for 5th is Evan Hunter and Robert Hernandez. There's just nothing these guys can do right now to catch those front 3. Just have to hope and pray that something happens to cause a caution. I know it's kind of repetitive when I say that, but that's all they can really do is hope for a caution and try and run these front few down. Because now it's just a big shuffle. 5th on back. 4th place in a world of his own. And then these front 3 are still shuffling, but they're still gaining time on the rest of the pack. They have actually 2.6 seconds on the pack. 1.75 on Larker. Make it 1.8 on Larker and 2.8 on the pack. Levi Shones back for the race lead, so it's very probable that we will have Shones win his 2nd race of the season, Collins win his 3rd, or Alex Stewart win his 3rd here at Iowa. And it looks like it will go caution-free unless something happens back in the pack, or even if something happens to these front 3. Now it's a separation 8th and then 9th on back, kind of a little bit closer. So right here, everyone fighting for every position they can get. Every position is a few points. That fight is big. Patrick Smith back to 41st. Obviously, that car is just not up to handling here tonight. And the of these front 3, the closest to get to the points, it would be Levi Shones. He is 4 points behind Max Anderson, who's 2nd in points, 40 back of 1st in points. Anderson right now 7th, so he would definitely gain 4 points on Anderson, and he would definitely gain those 40 points on Smith easily. Smith would probably fall back all the way to about 4th or 5th in the point standings. Caution, out there is smoke. It was the 40 of Jason Smith Jr., the one to go around And that changes everything here late in this race. It's going to be a late race restart with under 10 to go. Let's see what happened. Well, we about had the race wrapped up, and then this happens. Jason Spino Jr. and Tim Gary make some contact off the corner, and Spino Jr. Lifts trying to get off of Tim Gary, and Jake West runs him over. 4 car spins. He only loses 2 positions. He actually crossed the line in front of that 24, so he scored in the 26th position, but it brings out the caution, and this changes everything. We thought it was going to be either the 4, the 01, or the 38 to get to victory lane, but now the whole pack still has that shot to get to victory lane. This is going to be a restart with under 10 to go, so it's going to be a lot of wildness there at the front of the pack trying to get up there. So back to the line first, I didn't even see. I believe it was Brayson Collins in the 01 as he drove it into turn 3. He did get back to the stripe in first. Levi Schoenz in second. And with under 10 to go, the race takes a massive swing. Collins will be out front for this final restart of the night. Restart lap 38. We said it was the final restart, but it could quite possibly not be, as back in the pack it could be even wilder on this restart. No cars retired. We still have all 42 in the race. Up front, you have Brayson Collins in the 01, Levi Schoenz in second, third, Alex Stewart. They have dominated this race, trying to hold that stat. Fourth, Jason Larker. Fifth is Robert Hernandez. For this restart, your top 5. Pace car back in, restart lap 38. Brayson Collins trying to lead this race to the end. The green flag is back waving. We're back racing. Collins with a pretty good restart over Levi Schoenz. The front 4 get away. Robert Hernandez spun his tires just a little bit there, as Levi Schoenz already looking for the race lead down the back straightaway. Strong move there by the 38 car. And the front 4 pull away. Fifth on back. Did not get a good restart. Hernandez really whiffed that start. Schoenz pushes the 01 car up the track as they race off of 4. 3 wide now for the race lead. Jason Larker looking on as Alex Stewart looks to the inside. 7 laps of racing to go. They're battling fifth on back once again. Kind of the same as it was before the caution, except now it's 4 cars in that front pack instead of 3. So nothing much really happened there because of that caution. Just bunched everyone back together, and now 4 cars have a shot at the win instead of 3. So coming to 6 to go, Jason Larker. Lucky caution, he restarted in the 4th position. He was 4th pretty much that whole run. And now he's up to the 2nd position, looking for the race lead into turn 1. He's underneath that 4 car from turn number 2. And now the pack is catching just a little bit. 5th on back, come to 5 to go. Jason Larker slides up into Alex Stewart. Levi Schoenz looking to make it 3 wide to the bottom. Into the wall goes Larker and Alex Stewart. They get into Brayson Collins. Larker back up and around they go in front of the field. And luckily only 3 cars are taken out because of that. But Larker, Hernandez, and Sprayly with damage. Did the leaders take the caution flag? They did not. That will end the race, I believe, because Levi Schoenz did not take the caution flag. Coming to take it, Schoenz will be out front. And does that win him this race under yellow? It's 4 to go right now. If he had taken the caution flag right then, it would have been 1 lap dash, I believe. But because he did not take the caution flag, I believe that's the race. Look at the damage to the 4 of Alex Stewart. He's able to roll in 5th. Carter Freese has some front end damage, but he's in 7th. And the rest of the field comes across. Look at the damage to Riley Sprayly, who had such a great run going. The leaders reckon he's involved. Same there with the 2, Jason Larker. He slid up going for the win and got all that damage to the 2 car. He's right now scored in the 20th position. Robert Hernandez in the 28 has a ton of damage. Alex Stewart with damage. Levi Schoenz with the race lead with 3 to go. That's probably going to end the race. It'll probably be Levi Schoenz in victory lane. So let's see what happened to the 4 and the 2 and the others as they crash, battling for the race lead. Because of where the start-finish line is located here at Iowa, you come off turn 4, and even if there's a wreck off 4, the front few are likely to not take the caution flag. The rest of them back likely to take it. So because if Larker would have spun right here up into the wall and spun around off of 4, the leaders would have taken the caution flag because he bounced down to Collins, bounces back up into the wall, back down into Alex Stewart, and then Robert Hernandez nails the 4, and then Riley Sprayly in order to go in car freeze and did get some damage because of that. Because of that, the leaders were able to take the caution flag before, or the leaders did not take the caution flag before it came out. As you can see right here, into the wall. Schoenz going to cross the line right there, and the caution comes out a lot later than that. Brings out the caution. It's going to end the race under yellow. We'll actually see when the caution comes out and where the leaders are in relation. You can see right there is the caution right there. Schoenz is already entering turn 1 along with Brayson Collins. They are the only 2 to have not taken it, along with these guys up here. Technically, I guess you could say these guys have not taken it as well. But look at the damage to some of these guys Carter Friesen with the NR2004. I believe he did take it, though, because he got his spot back in line. So, or, you know, he didn't take it, but these guys back here took it. So that's why he was racing back, technically. This helps out Levi Jones get to the race lead and possibly get to victory lane. He has to coast around one more lap. We'll come back on the backstretch of the white flag lap. Down the backstretch, and Levi Jones looks like he has this victory locked up. As he gets lucky with that caution and not taking it. If he would have taken the caution, he would have had to deal with the one-lap restart with Collins and Max Anderson on his back bumper. Possibly could have had something happen there to him. But everyone else denied Levi Jones' second win of the season, and that's going to definitely get him into the chase and probably up to the points lead, as he does finish a few spots better than Anderson. Patrick Smith finishes back in the pack. So Levi Jones going to be your new points leader after tonight with his second win of the season here at Iowa. Checkered flag for the 38. Levi Jones back to victory lane in the Target Series. He won at Charlotte. Now add Iowa to that list as the field comes across. A wild, wild ending to this race under yellow. Let's now go check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Nike 300 at Iowa. There were 2 caution flags for 8 laps and 26 lead changes, but among only 5 different drivers because of those front 3. And you can see who the front 3 were the whole race. Levi Jones leads 17 laps, the most to win. Bracey Collins was up second. He led 13. Third, Max Anderson. Fourth, Evan Hunter. And fifth, Alex Stewart leads 12. So you can see the 3 that were battling for the lead there most of the race. In 6th, you had Joe Jefferson. 7th was Carter Friesen. Steve Larker in 8th. 9th, Jake Richardson. TJ Hanley rounding out the top 10. So there's your top 20. Looking for some notables. I don't really see anyone that could have been affected by the chase just outside the top 10, but as we look down farther, 21st to 40th, you do see some drivers down here. Robert Nunes obviously started on pole, ends up 24th. He was involved in that last caution. Marcus Sachi down here 28th, trying to break his way into the top 30. It's going to be very, very tight there. Jay Gamet with the victory this season in 29th, not what he won. He has to try and keep his position. Derek Hamill and Luke Rainey finished 32nd and 36th. Remember, we said they were the ones trying to battle to get to that points lead with no victories. Now they're just got to hope for a win at Vancouver. Jeff Bright down there, 40th with 3 wins this season. Not good for him either. He might fall back there to around 30th in points as well. Let's now go look at the point standings. So here are the point standings after Iowa. Just one race now until the chase. Levi Jones has that points lead by 16 points over Max Anderson in second. So Jones with 2 victories, Max Anderson with 2 victories, Alex Stewart with 2 victories, third in points. All those guys top 3 in points with 2 victories. Patrick Smith fourth in points. He is still within range of getting to the points lead in one race, but also a win would do it for him. And then these guys back here, they have to hope and pray that they can get a victory. Isaac Nichols, Derek Hamill, they need a victory to get into the chase. They're 5th and 6th. Jay Gamet in 7th, 8th, Evan Hunter 9th, Justin Heath, and Luke Ray also needs a victory, rounding out the top 10 points. So there's your top 20. A lot of 2-time winners this season, a lot more than I would have expected. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the top 20. So look down here, we have 6, 7. So we still have 7 drivers, and with multiple victories, they got 8 right here with Jay Gamet, 9 with Evan Hunter, 10 with Justin Heath, 11 with TJ Hanley, 12 with Tim Gary. So opened up a spot in the chase. And Tim Gary with a bad result here at Iowa actually falls below Hanley. So that's why Hanley does move up to 11th. Tim Gary down to 12th. But once again, if Patrick Smith did not lose that points lead, it actually would have been Hanley on the bubble. So right now, Hanley does have he's actually tied with Tim Gary at the moment, but you have to be just cautious because Patrick Smith can still get to that points lead. Isaac Nichols, Derek Hamill also changed this picture. Luke Ray and Carter Friesen can also change it. So a lot can definitely happen. And then you got, even if Jake Richardson wins, he could possibly get above. And then as we look down here, 21st to 40th, Jeff Bright, bad race here at Iowa. After getting into that wall, the car possibly got tight. He is now in range of falling below the top 30 in points. Marcus Sachi needs 46 points next race to get into the top 30 with his 2 victories. It's going to be wild next race to see who can make the chase, especially among like Jeff Bright and Marcus Sachi. Brayson Collins, relatively safe at the moment. So the next race will be the Advanced All Parts 300 at Vancouver. See you guys then.